So now I will answer your question about truancy.
Truancy, yes.
Okay, so truancy, if this really becomes a problem, here's the thing about truancy. Everything that we've talked about so far are what I would call kind of normal, typical, common problems that parents can experience in the morning time. When you have a child who's chronically truant, it's really a symptom of something else. Something else is going on. And so the first thing is that you've really got to figure out what is the core issue of the truancy. And there's a couple that I was able to think of. Number one, they may be bored with school, which is power. The goal of that is power. They want to have some control over what they do with their day, and they don't want to spend it being bored. They're getting bullied. Maybe they're afraid to go to school because they're being bullied, or maybe there's a teacher they don't like, or a friend another child they don't like. So that's that very discouraged. They've just given up. They don't want to go back. So go back to the table, that we did, and kind of address it that way. Maybe they're failing and they're so far behind they think they can't catch up. Again, that would be on purpose for giving up. They don't understand the material, which again, they're so discouraged that they're giving up. You can see a lot of the truancy issues are actually deep, deep discouragement, and children have just given up. They could be rebelling against authority. That is power. That is, you can't make me. This is one thing I can, you may drop me off, but I don't have to go in. So again, bottom line, choices within limits. And there could be other reasons. These were just some as I was kind of brainstorming off the top of my head. What you want to do is to really listen to the child. Stop with all the lecturing and the berating, because if they're discouraged, they're just going to get more discouraged.
Right.
It's really important to listen to children and what is it? Describe for me when you go to school, how do you feel and where's that coming from? Because that's what's going to reveal what that core issue is. That core issue is what needs to be solved. So parents want to do some brainstorming with the child about how can we solve that problem. Truancy is just a symptom of that. So if all you do is just try to make them go to school and send them to truancy court and this and that, and you never address the real issue that's causing the truancy, chances are you're not going to get a very lasting solution. If you can resolve what the core issue is, then usually the truancy just goes away, because it's really just a symptom of what that problem is. And obviously, if all of that fails, maybe encouraging them to talk to a school counselor, somebody maybe who can help get at what that issue is. And if not, of consulting the school's truancy policy and finding out, whether or not you have to kind of take the hard road down that route. But I really encourage parents not to do that first. I'd rather see them maybe even working with a community therapist to really kind of work out what that issue is, rather than just taking kind of the hard line all the way down the road.
Okay.